to Distant Lightning. So, we're in the NHL Playoffs Series 3. This is the Eastern Conference Finals, the Tampa Bay Lightning against the New York Islanders. And the Bolts win Game 1. It was a close match, 8-2. Yep, 8 goals to 2. You heard it right. So, we're going to talk about the good, the less than good, and stud of the game. Let's talk about the good. I'm just going to start with item number 1, which is total domination after a week off and without Stamkos. The last time our team took time in the playoffs, we got swept in 4 games in Series 1 of the playoffs. And that was with Stamkos. Not this time, not this team. Number 2, the road to get here. This game really showed how much tougher Tampa's opponents were leading up to the Eastern Conference Final than the Islanders had. That's my conclusion anyhow. The Blue Jackets really look vastly underrated in my book, and we knew Boston was good. Heck, they were the number 1 overall team in the NHL going into the bubble. The Islanders did have to go through the Capitals and the Flyers, and the odds makers picked the Flyers to win the Stanley Cup, or at least make it to the Stanley Cup final. But last night, I saw an Islanders team playing a real loose game, kind of laid back, both on offense and defense, and, our guys just picked them apart. I mean, we just destroyed them all 3 periods of the game. I was curious. After the first period, they did score a goal, and we just started laying them on. And I was thinking, okay, second period, the other team usually comes out flying, and we get penned in. Nope, that didn't happen. And, maybe the third period? Nope, that didn't happen either. Our guys just cranked it up. We were throwing in Paquette's line on the power play at the end of the game, the 5-on-3, just to try to stem the bleeding for the Islanders. Anyway, I know everyone is expecting them to come back, and I also hope they do make a comeback and come back with a competitive edge. As a hockey fan, I do hope that Tampa keeps winning, but honestly, this 8-2 loss by the Islanders looked like the Bruins when we won 7-1 over them. They really looked like we broke their will to continue back in that Bruins game, and I saw it in that 8-2 loss as well. The Islanders just didn't change a thing. They just kept playing their game in that kind of loose, laid-back game, and they just were on their heels the whole time, and our guys just completely dominant. I was salivating at the prospect of them having to put their third-string goaltender in, maybe some rookie has never played in the NHL. I don't know who it is. They pulled Grice after 3 goals. So, my first impression of their goaltending is, I don't know. I mean, I think the goalies really aren't to blame. It's the team that was out in front of them. But they pulled Grice after 3 goals, then left poor Varlamov in net to get scored on 5 more times. I was curious, if you pull a first goalie, you put in your second goalie, can you put back in your starter? I really don't know the answer to that. They probably should have. I mean, it doesn't seem right to let a guy get lit up 5 times. Okay, good thing number 3. The team. This Tampa Bay Lightning team, they're playing hockey beyond any expectations. Very few turnovers, lots of energy, great passing, solid defense, and creative scoring opportunities. I was seeing these little ping-pong pass plays that I recall from 2018-2019 when Tampa won the President's Trophy. Their offense was just off the charts, right? I mean, these passes were just flying around. They were putting pucks in the back of the net. I actually saw that for the first time maybe this season. In the Eastern Conference Final Series. I mean, this is really incredible. The final thing I'll say about our team is that we clearly have depth that no other team has. All our lines are dangerous and cause havoc and are usually dominating the other side. Okay, moving on to the less than good. I know you might be thinking, how can there be anything that's not good from last night, but there were two little bitty things. And these were the Islanders' 2 goals. And no, I'm not kidding. Hear me out. So their first goal was a garbage pickup right on Vasi's front doorstep. I watched the replay, and we had 2 Lightning jerseys trying to swat at the puck and clear it out, and they couldn't do it. And once the puck bounced and settled back down, guess who stuffed it in? The Islanders guy. The second was really a simple feed to a trailing D. It was Leddy. Is that his name? Leddy. And he wasn't covered, had no pressure. He just glided from just inside the blue line into our slot, took his sweet time, picked his shot, and he shot it in the net. And, I don't really care that we scored 8 goals on offense. These 2 goals are preventable. We cannot allow these types of goals. I'd rather see lots of traffic and chaos in the net and a weird bounce and it goes in. Okay, that's understandable. But the second goal especially, letting this guy just glide into the slot, pick his shot with no pressure. These are the kind of goals I saw the Blue Jackets score on us, and it could cost us the cup. We have to tighten our D even more than we have. Next up, stud of the game. And if there's any doubt, did you see that first goal? We're talking Brayden the Boss Point. Is Coleman's pickle juice elevating Brayden Point's game even more? To pull that first goal off in the NHL is amazing, just in a regular season game. But to do it in an Eastern Conference final, we're talking, we're in the 3rd level of this playoff series. We've already gone through good teams at 2 levels. We're now right next to the Stanley Cup level. And Brayden Point pulls that move off. That was incredible. Just awesome. I joked to all-knowing Allie over here. I said, Allie, he gets back to the bench and he looks back at the coaches and says, "Hey, Coop, I'd like to renegotiate my contract, please." We'll see. Hopefully not. Okay. Looking ahead, Game 2 is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. So this is Wednesday, and I think the 9th, yes. And let's see how the Islanders respond. Do they come back in fighting spirit? Do they find some energy? Do they find some other way of playing us? We are fast. We hit. We do everything. We pass. We shoot. We're doing everything right right now. Is there something they can do to disrupt that? I'm curious because, honestly, I'm coming up empty. The Tampa just looks like the team that's going to win the cup, and there's no stopping them. That's what it looks like. So if you're the opponent, what do? They have a couple of examples. The team that played us the best was the Blue Jackets so far, and they were all defense all the time, and then when they did have an opportunity, they used what speed they have to carry that puck up, find a way to score, and they usually did. So maybe that's going to be the plan for the Islanders. I don't know if they've ever done it before because putting together an instant defense and going all D, I don't know if an NHL team can do it this late in the playoffs, if it's a change of style for them. Okay, anyway, thanks for joining me and for watching. Tap that like button if you like this video, and please consider subscribing so that these videos show up in your feed. And we'll see you next time on Distant Lightning. Then they left poor God dang it.